Hey there guys! Davi 90 RTCB here.
There, I made the intro. Am I a pro now?
While I was counting the guitar we've seen this year, I thought that maybe a little recap of this 2024 wouldn't be a bad idea. And if you missed something or you simply want to refresh your memory, the links are in the description below. Let's start with the first one. January 15th, Ibanez GRGR221PA. When I got to explore that guitar, I had already tried 4 different cheap models of the GIO series. By the way, I absolutely don't regret buying that guitar, but you know, to me, it didn't add anything special to the experience I had already gained. Certainly, aesthetically talking, it is a splendid guitar, but in terms of sound, neck, and playability, it was more or less like other models tested before. Long story short, I still consider it a good guitar, and if you want to start, or you simply want an extremely good-looking instrument, trust me, it will do. Getting to February 12th, we had the Schecter C6 Deluxe, the very first Schecter seen here. I don't consider it a complete cheap guitar because this model is currently around for something like 400 euros. I remember buying it when there was a special offer for 350 euros, so that I could at least save some money. Problem was that when it arrived, it was far from playable, and there it went another extra 50 to fix the problems. Accidents happen when you buy something you cannot try. Said that many times. But despite the messy beginning, at the end it was a great experience. Yes, because a tasty playability, a comfortable neck, and if you want to play some metal, just get this name on the list. I also had the chance to compare it with a LTD MH10 and a Jackson JS32, 2 other very metal guitars. Found some pretty cool differences around the 3 key factors, but the point is, wanna play some metal? Just grab one. February 28th, Washburn WM10V, first video of the Extra Gut series. Let us start from the fact that the guitar I'm talking about right now is not around anymore. The HM series has been discontinued a long time ago. I remember buying it from a guy for 100 euros and then spending another extra to get it in a playable shape because when I got it, it was pretty rusty to say the least. But despite the efforts, this time it wasn't a very rewarding experience. It was pretty hard to find a good metal guitar tone, it was pretty painful to deal with the tremolo bridge, so no, not rewarding at all this time. If this was the level of budget guitars from Washburn, that kinda makes me understand why they don't make certain models anymore. March 25th, Ibanez GRG320FA, a new model of the GIO series, year 2024. It was a good guitar, except for the Floyd Rose, but this is a personal opinion. You should know that I am not a big fan of that type of bridge. Let's say that, like with the other Ibanez in January, this one too had a lot in common with previous models. But you know guys, this is acceptable. The thing that made me snap, and I snapped only once so far in my videos, was the price. Listen closely. I made a Guitars Face Off in which I compared this new model with a GRG131DX. Same series, older model. Long story short again, they have almost double the price for, at least in my opinion, a super tiny difference. I have to admit it, I overreacted at the end of the video, but you know, if it wasn't a complete ripoff, 75% I felt it that way. Let's jump now to April 22nd, Cort KX100. I remember making a poll back there and I am so glad that most of you guys voted for this model. I was very happy to try that model, also because up until that point I had only tried the Cort X100. also did a guitars face-off between the X100 and the KX100. A video that, after months, still gets some views. There were clearly many points in common between the two guitars, but in my opinion, the difference that would deserve the first position is in the neck. Yes, because the neck of the KX100 was smoother and more comfortable than the one of its rival. Getting in summer, Ibanez GRG121SP. Another guitar that you chose, and this one was for me, the 7th Ibanez. I remember one thing in particular about this guitar, but it's not exactly positive. That roasted maple neck just didn't flow like other necks from Ibanez tried previously. But like I said in the video, this is a personal opinion, not a verdict. In the video I also said that you should always have in mind that you play with your hands and not with your eyes. So if you see a guitar that makes you go, wow, it looks super cool, maybe watch some reviews first. On August 5th, Cort CR100, another budget model from Cort. The first guitar with 4 knobs I had the pleasure of trying. I remember exploring it far and wide and getting to play with 5 different positions. And if you're interested in knowing more about this guitar, just let me remind you that the links are in the description below. Summing it up, it was another good experience, and don't get fooled by the classic rock you read on the headstock, because trust me, you can also play some crashing heavy metal as well. And trying to be 100% honest, at first I was afraid of bumping into the same situation I had with the Jackson JS22. The neck a bit too fat, it wasn't very well balanced, but thank God the Cort CR100 had none of that. September 15th, Charvel DS-3 ST. Another guitar that is not around anymore. And I would add unfortunately this time. Yes, because despite the age, I liked that guitar very much. All the models that Charvel has out right now are pretty expensive, but in my opinion, if they gave a second chance to some cheaper models, they wouldn't be doing something bad. Getting close to the end, November 4th, S by Solar Type AB. A metal guitar of the last generation. For 250 euros, you can get a fast, comfortable and lethal guitar. I also had the pleasure of comparing it with well-known names such as Jackson and LTD. I would really love to try some new metal guitars from less famous brands and one day make a unique video in which I compare the names of the past with those of the present. I have some ideas, but it will take some time to see the light. December 13th, PRS SE Custom 24. The most expensive guitar you will see in this channel. At least for the time being. Just in case you haven't seen the video yet, let me tell you right here, right now, that the guitar was not purchased, but rented. I had the possibility to keep the guitar for 2 weeks, and the things that stuck with me are the glossy finish, definitely a no-no for me, and the positions that the guitar can get you to play with. And here we are talking about 6 different positions. And that's a win-win for me. In the video, I explored the guitar both in clean and distortion, and I think that one was probably the best exploration I've ever done. I hope in the future to get to try some new models from PRS so that I can further expand my knowledge about the brand. Last but not least, December 23rd, Jackson JS20 DKQ 2PT TR. Just 1 week ago, I brought you this guitar, which also happens to be the latest addition to the JS series. In fact, this guitar was released this very year. And let me say it again, without any form of regret, this guitar fits perfectly into the JS series. You can buy this guitar for 250 euros, and I think this is the correct price. the guitar is fast, the neck is comfortable, and if you want to play some metal, this brand needs no introduction. And these were all the guitars we have seen in this 2024. The new year is knocking on the doors, and I hope you will stick around also in 2025. That being said, I wish you all guys a great start in the year, plenty of luck, and may your ambitions and dreams come true. And if you're feeling nice today, or you just want to thank me for what I'm doing, here is what you can do. Get ready, because this is not going to change in 2025. But guys, I just can't close the video without saying it. Until the new year, try it until it's tight.